there's a lot of European fans that we see interacting with our video that comment things like, I'm surprised that you're an American band, or it's shocking to
they
see.
mean that as a compliment.
Yes,
promise.
yes.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe right now. There is a worldwide new wave of symphonic metal bands that just happen to be fronted by female singers, and that's really cool to see. Now, this predominantly is a movement in Europe and Latin America, but there is a new band in the United States that you definitely need to have on your radar. This is Shield of Wings, and they are releasing their debut album, Unfinished.
James, Lara, and Aliyah of Shield of Wings, thank you so much for your time today. It's exciting times. James, you've kept us waiting. It's been a while since we saw previous release of Shield of Wings. So I know that you've been working on this for quite some time. Some of these songs are more than a few years old. How challenging or how scary is that to bring on board 3 new people to a lineup and see them take that material that you've been working on for so long and take it in maybe the same direction or in a slightly different direction, but letting go a little bit of that child you created? How is that for you?
It wasn't too scary at all. It was a lot of fun, actually. So I like working with both of these ladies, and our new bass player that just joined the band as well. I mean, we haven't had a chance to work on any new music, but we like him as well. And obviously Pat, the drummer, we've known each other for a long time. I had a pretty clear idea of where the songs were going and how they were, the shape of them. But obviously, when I wrote them, I didn't have Lara's voice in mind. I didn't know her. I actually had a different singer's in mind, a specific different singer in mind, but that never worked out.
Go for it.
When it came down to it, it wasn't a problem. Lara fit in perfectly.
So Lara, how did that happen? How did you get involved?
Well, I met these guys. Initially, I came across Shield of Wings on a website called bandmix.com. And it said on there that they were still active and searching for like a vocalist. And I didn't see like a contact email. So I noticed like one of the members' names, which was James, and I reached out on Facebook. And then, the rest is kind of history. A
lot of the songs are about, your own journey of self-exploration and the people that are around you and helping you on that journey. And here I was thinking that I was going to listen to an album full of Vikings and Druids. So what happened, and what do these stories for you mean, because you're the one bringing them to life every time?
I mean, I think that each of us relates with the songs in our own individual way, but I think that that's something really special about all of the songs and the music, is that I think me and Aliyah both feel that we love the songs in a way that it's almost as if we wrote them ourselves. And that's part of the reason that I wanted to do this music, is because I really felt like a deep connection with it from the beginning. And that was something really special for me to experience. So,
And so where, because I mean, I was kidding a bit when, based on like album artwork and some of the videos that we've seen, there's a clear inspiration of European folk mythology, also European music styles. I feel like I find a lot of Atlantean codex in there, like epic doom metal combined with some more symphonic metal. But nevertheless, none of you grew up in Norway, as far as I know. Where does this, for all of you, like where does that influence come from, or that fascination with European culture and music?
Maybe it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
I mean,
Our ancestors.
I think that, we all have a European heritage. And so it's like, I don't know why, it's just our personalities. We tend, well, I guess I should only speak for myself, but I tend to gravitate towards the fact that, I have Irish heritage. So I really love going to Celtic fests and like learning about Irish folklore and stuff, because to me, that's like my ancestors. I like hearkening back to that part of my history.
Yeah. And so the album is called Unfinished. The album is about that growth that you take through life and the experiences that you learn, and therefore nobody at any given point in time is finished. Is that the way to interpret the album's title, or am I completely off here?
No, you pretty much hit it. I mean, it's a double meaning and maybe even a triple meaning. There's the personal journey that I was referring to, my own personal journey, which is unfinished, and hopefully to the listener as well. And I suppose the second meaning is that the band is unfinished, hence us coming back from a long hiatus.
Yeah.
And if you want to throw a third meaning on top of that, I guess the album was unfinished because we actually planned to put more songs on it that we cut.
Okay.
So just for the sake of time, because these two songs, we wanted them together, and they were both very long. So we thought it might be not the best idea to put them on this album. And they'll probably be on a future release.
Yeah. So in other words, the follow-up EP is coming our way faster than we might. It's not going to be another 11 years before we have a conversation. That's
the plan.
Short version. Yeah. Awesome. I think it would be unfair to label this band as just a quote-unquote pure symphonic metal album, because this is a pretty heavy album within the symphonic genre, if you will. Was that by design? That you like, you know what, we don't want to necessarily stay within the safety of a very specifically the defined genre. We want to mix and match a few things and explore different areas, or because you've been working on these songs, or some of these songs, for a long time, so it's not that these songs were just, I got some idea, let's record the song, we're done, the song will take it where to go. Every single song on this album you guys have thought about many, many times, and you've reworked it over and over again, right?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a conscious decision to have the variety of... Personally, I thought this song sounded different enough where I was concerned about them not flowing well, initially at least.
Yeah. Because
they were written over such a long span of time. I wrote the first song in 2012.
Right.
Which is Wetland. And over that long hiatus, when the band wasn't fully active together, there's a lot that has happened in life, and there's a lot of growth, and I think that those various emotions are on display, and they kind of translated into the sound.
Now the pressure is on, because you can't take another 11 years. We were already joking about that before. How is, I know that you've got two big songs that you want to do something with, might be an EP, might be the start of the next album. How is the dynamic now within the band? So is everybody now contributing ideas, or is still the main writing coming from you, James, or are Aliyah and Lara, are you guys also coming up with a ton of ideas for future music?
The plan is for me to kind of lead the charge, but now that I know Lara is here, and I know I'm aware of her voice and her range, there's going to be more consideration, for Aliyah. for them. So it's going to be a little bit less me and more everybody. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
I've never felt like I couldn't share my ideas with James about songs. We can have open and honest communication, and if he agrees that it's a good idea, and then we go forward with it. So
yeah, I'm very open to hearing if my ideas suck. I would like to know that.
This whole album is big and it's epic. Every song is its own story. There's a lot going on. I think for one of what I thought was a really cool song, the Scarred Clay Reshaping, I believe. Again, a lot going on. I think at one point, I could be off, but do I hear a hammer hit an anvil or maybe a bell in the background? That might be Aliyah's keyboard. I don't know. But my question is, there's a lot going on in every song. There's one keyboard player for sure that also has to do vocal duties. I know that we're still in weird times with COVID and playing live and what have you, but how are you going to bring this sound live? Because am I right to assume that the keyboard's taking care of a lot of that, or is the keyboard predominantly looking for added melody and you might need to rely on some offstage magic to bring everything to life? Or are you just kind of reworking the songs to be a little bit more stripped down for shows? What's the plan there?
Do you want to speak to that?
I think you know the plan. It's the latter, what you said. The keyboards are going to emphasize the main melodies, but we're going to have backing tracks to give us the full symphonic edge. The songs were intended to do to the listener. Yeah,
I know there is that purist mindset, and I appreciate the purist mindset of not having any backing tracks. But for our particular type of sound, it's simply impossible to achieve it without a full orchestra, which we certainly couldn't afford to do at this point in time.
You've released 2 videos now, and I know that you guys are active on a bunch of social media. How have you seen a different reactions coming from different regions? Like, do you see people from Europe and South America, reacting to your videos and leaving comments where, traditionally speaking, this genre of music is a little bit more popular than in North America?
There's a lot of European fans that we see interacting with our video that comment things like, I'm surprised that you're an American band, or it's shocking to
they
see.
mean that as a compliment.
Yes, yes. Yeah, they're like, I'm surprised to see a US band doing this kind of music and doing it well. So yeah, I think that we are seeing engagement and reactions from people pretty much all over the globe, and yeah, I think a lot of our fans are European, just because this symphonic metal in general has more of a standing in European countries versus North America. But maybe that will change in the coming years. At this point, we're just starting to get ready to play shows with this music from the new album.
James, maybe yes. I don't know if you're also more taking charge of planning as well for the band, or if that's something that you all work on. But are there any plans to share? And by all means, if that is anywhere close to Canada, if you just put an anvil on stage, I'll just jump on stage for the Scarred Clay song, and I'll just hit that anvil when you tell me to.
The day we're ever by you and playing a show, you are more than welcome to come on stage and hit that anvil. We'll try to get one for you. We're still trying to promote this album and hopefully record some more music videos, even if they're released after. That's our immediate plans. When the summer rolls around, maybe we'll start looking to play some shows locally.
Yeah.
But as for plans of touring, there's none seen on the horizon at the moment.
Well, we'll just have to keep, our eyes open for any announcements you guys can make for those shows that might come our way, I'll start practicing my hammer swinging skills, and and we'll watch out for potentially more music videos. That's awesome. Well, James, Lara, Aliyah, I want to thank you guys so much for your time tonight. I really do appreciate it. I also will say enjoy this moment because, you know, the band only releases their first album or proper album once, and take it all in. And even if you can't, I know that you all would love to be on the stage right now, but try to enjoy the buzz around the new album and the new videos coming out. But thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys on the stage very, very soon.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.